We're at St Helier's, Jersey. So we caught the Ferry today, which was made in Tasmania, the Ferry. It was a fast cat. And we caught it from Poole to here. And we just had breakfast, which was great. And we're in front of the Toad, which supposedly is very famous. And the pole underneath it explains all the punishments by being hung, drawn, and your body left to rot on the gibbet, okay, for the different crimes. So we're going to be very careful while we're here. No adultery, because supposedly you get a public whipping, you know, on the first offence. So, you know, when we're coming in, you could see a lot of the German fortifications and also a lot of old castles. So we came straight past Elizabeth Castle, which is a castle on an island that protects the port. It's very big, but there's no land access. And you know, it's a beautiful sunny day, and we've been told to make the most of today because tomorrow is Bastille Day, or the Bastille Day holiday, so the French will be coming over. And this toad, which is famous, faces France and is like a, you know, get stuffed to the French, okay? Because, you know, this island, Jersey, is very close to the French mainland, and it, along with Guernsey and Sark, were the only places of the British, you know, England that were occupied by the Germans during World War II. Although technically they're not part of England.
We rode out a pool with bikes in the hold. The fat man grinned wide, the Kraken stayed bold. The evening water rocked past lights on the block. 2 wheels and a plan, we were never turning back. Jersey on the horizon, small but standing tall. Friend of the UK, brave through it all. Tease us if you want to, we just laugh and ride. Open every gate with a stubborn island pride. Jersey, Jersey, we ride for Jersey. Jersey, Jersey, welcome comes first to me. To me, to me. Jersey, Jersey, strong and free.
I feel like I'm gonna cry because we just dropped into the Cog and Sprocket to have a look at the beautiful members' bikes, and they gave me 2 jerseys.
From the Grand Fondo.
Yeah, from Jersey, and I was shocked. I thought I was buying one and he just gave me 2. So I'm so grateful. You guys are very kind and I'm very excited.
Kind hands, steady smiles, like shelter after rain. They gave the Kraken jerseys, 2 gifts we'll always keep. And the jersey.
We're at the main town of Jersey, and this is on the main beach. So this is a bunker, a German bunker, part of Hitler's Atlantic Wall, and it's been prettified. You know, now it's a viewing platform. It's really nice, and you can look out at the castle just over there, which is attached to the land by a causeway that you can go out at low tide. And then there's another fort over there, which was also occupied by the Germans. Here's our bikes down here, and you can see the bike path over there. So we're following this bike path. We don't know how far it goes, but today we're riding around about half the island, and we're going to go to the Jersey War Museum. Anything you want to say, Kraken?
No, I just want to get riding.
We rode out a pool with bikes in the hold. The fat man grinned wide, the Kraken stayed bold. Evening water rocked past lights on the block. 2 wheels and a plan, we were never turning back. Jersey on the horizon, small but standing tall. Friend of the UK, brave through it all. Tease us if you
So there's the trail, and we're passing what looks like a golf course, and you see glimpses of the water as you ride through.
Underground and brave, cool facts in every corner about the war they say. Then MP2 stood tall, 17.8 thick walls, a concrete giant, watching out through time and haze. Feel that wind on the face, feel that salt in the hair. Jersey, open your gates, we are already there. Jersey, ride on, Jersey, ride on. Wide roads.
The riding conditions here are truly sensational. This lighthouse is the extreme southwestern point of Jersey. Its name means a place where crows gather.
Said welcome to this self-made island land. The Jersey folk were fearless, friends across the sea. They know the world can tease them, but they answer kindly. France can call us toads then, we just smile and wave, because every road in Jersey makes a place for every brave.
This wall is built almost all the way around, you know, this coast, and it's got to be 15 feet tall here, and it's built so it's concave, so even when you get to the bottom, you know, you can't scramble up it. It goes out, not in. And it's protected because, like, where the stairs are, you can see they put a machine gun post into the wall itself. Then above it there's a bunker, and then there's another bunker, then there's another bunker, then there's another bunker, and then if you, in between the bunkers, then they put machine gun posts at the top of the wall. So if we go the other direction now, you can see there's a bunker there, a big bunker complex down there, and then there's a machine gun post in between, so to, you know, protect this part of the wall. And this is not the first time this coast has been fortified. If we look here, this is from the Napoleonic Wars, and it was built in 1834, and it has three 24-pounders there. And there's a series of these up the coast as well that we've been riding past. There's another one you can see just down a bit further, maybe a kilometre, no, maybe 500 metres down. But we've gone past a series of them from 1830s. So anyway, it's amazing how much concrete must have got used here. And also when you're going back into the first range of hills, you can see there's artillery built into the hills themselves. And then inside the middle of the island, there's all tunnel complexes and quite extensive, you know, fortifications as well.
We're stopping for coffee at the Jersey Pearl.
Jersey, ride on, Jersey, ride on. Wide road, strong heart. Jersey, ride on, Jersey, ride on. We belong here now. Jersey, ride on, Jersey, ride on.
This is a very understated entrance.
This is the gun on top. It's a tank. It's a tank gun. Yeah, when they took the tops off the tanks and put them on the artillery when they were upgrading.
First stop was the museum, cold facts, hot fire. Underground resistance kept the truth alive. The war in the walls, the maps and hidden lines. Cool information that lit up all the
Spare parts box.
Beautifully made and stored.
Jersey. We ride for Jersey, Jersey, Jersey. Welcome comes first to me, to me, to me. Jersey, Jersey. Strong and free.
So we just got out of the military museum, which is run by volunteers and is in an old German bunker. It's not a very big bunker, but they've set it out wonderfully, and you know, they've got a recording playing all the time telling you stories about the occupation, and they have you know, a big collection of actual war materials in there, including a lot of weapons, but also a lot of things just used during the occupation time. And you get, they've got a lot of information written on the wall from both the German side and the English side, and it's very interesting. It's £8 to get in, which, to give you an example, the war tunnels, £19 to get in. And this is rated the #1 attraction in Jersey, so it was really worth coming. You'd need about an hour to get through it, so it's really lovely. And it's right on the beach too, beautiful beach here, surrounded by bunkers, and you know, there's a little tank turret on top, and inside they had two 10-inch captured French guns protecting each way, and a lot of machine gun posts. But it's interesting, you see where the shell rooms, spent shell rooms are, and the stowage and the escape routes and all that sort of stuff. So well worth a stop.
So we stopped at the Morrisons. Excuse the truck going past. I'm just going into here to find Charlie.
Say that, Cracker? Very slippy.
Yes. Oh shit. Okay, we've reached the causeway at least.
Down southeast, we chased the line to Elizabeth Castle, stone by stone. Low tide opened up the path like the sea had let us roam. We locked the bikes, we walked out slow, boots on the causeway, tide held back. History standing in the salt while gulls kept circling our track. And the whole place held its breath. Old walls, new footsteps. You could hear the living pride in the language on the wind. Jersey, ride with me. Jersey, ride with me. Jersey, ride with me. Brave and bright by the sea. We belong on Jersey.
Good morning. Here are our bikes. They're not sports bikes today. They're fully loaded, ready for the ferry. But before that, we've got some riding to do.
People there stood tall and true, with their own words, their own name. A small island big enough to keep its heart in flame. They watched the bays, they guarded cliffs, they kept the wild places whole. Heather, grass, and stone in sun, beauty running through the soul. Would you ride there too? Would you take that turn? Feel the salt air on your face sing. We'll be back, Jersey, by and by.
That's the passport control line there.
So we're in Granville in France, and we're about to catch a train. But yesterday evening, we caught a ferry from St Helier on Jersey to Granville, and it was a small ferry. It was like a little catamaran, but the smallest ferry we've caught so far over a long distance. And what are my impressions? My impressions are that it left 20 minutes before the departure time, so make sure that you actually get there. You know, it says you have to be there 90 minutes before the ferry leaves, so make sure you actually get there. And they say they will refuse you entry you haven't checked in within 1 hour of the ferry leaving. Seems the ferry left 20 minutes early. I would take them at their word. Okay, now at Jersey, to get onto the ferry, you have to walk about 500 metres and you have to carry all your luggage, right? So there's no trolleys or anything like that. You have to carry it, and you have to carry it up slopes and down slopes. So we've got the folded bikes, plus we've got the gear. So we're right on the edge of what we can carry. Then you get to the gangway, and I swear to God, the gangway is tiny. And, you know, like, you're really struggling to get the folded bikes that you've got on your back across that gangway, okay? So just keep that in mind, that you're going to get to this gangway. First, you're going to walk 500 metres, at least, carrying everything. And then you're going to get to the smallest little gangway that you've ever seen. And it's quite long. So it may be small, but it's quite long. And then when you get on board, you know, because the ferry's small, there's not much place to put anything. And I think they take their luggage very seriously. We had to fold the bikes because each bike was 42 euros each, and there was a limit of 6 bikes per ferry. So, we didn't know if all the bike spots were taken. Also, I didn't want to pay, you know, £84, which was more than the tickets for the people to get the bikes on, you know. So it's 42 euros for each bike, so 84 euros in total. Okay. When you get to the other end, the ferry ties up, and you know there's a large rise and fall of the tides here. So this may not be true every time, but disembarkation was on the top deck. So then you have to carry your bike and your bags in one go. They don't let you take 2 trips up onto the top deck, which is a very steep and narrow gangway. So anyway, got them up there. Again, small, the same gangway comes into, and then you have to walk not so far into Granville. Admittedly, the crew did help us getting it off. So getting it off was, you know, probably easier than getting it on. But the crew did help, because I think they just wanted to go home. And we were like the last people, because we let everybody else go before us. So they were quite keen to get us off the boat. So anyway, the boat was small, and if you get seasick, you will get seasick. I mean, for us, it's fine. But like, if my son was there, he would have been throwing up within 5 minutes of leaving that harbour. The boat was plunging all over the place.
We'll be back, Jersey.